What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another video and part 4 of the My Forex Funds challenge. After a rocky part 3, we are hoping today is going to be a little bit better. I found this nice setup on Nasdaq 100. We've got our fair value gaps here. We've got one on the 5 minute and one on the 1 minute, which didn't get taken out by this move, but it did get taken out by this move. We've also got sort of like a double top up here, which showing resistance in this area. And yeah, these big wicks and such. So we're going to be looking for a sell here. We have sort of broken structure down here. This was one of our failed trades yesterday, which literally just turned around on us. Thought it was going to break out below into this sort of range down here, but price decided to push up and come up to these highs again. So we are at a level of resistance, which is always a good sign. So if we drop to the 5 minute, we are going to be waiting for our usual entry, which is a break of a candle low. This candle closes in 11 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get our account up, and we're potentially going to look for a sell. So I'm going to get everything set up here. We're probably going to go for a 0.25 lot. And if we get a break for our candle low here, we're going to go in for the trade. So waiting for this candle to break this candle's low. Ideally, I'd like it to push up a little bit, make a top wick, and then flip bearish, breaking this low. So let's see how that goes. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost there. One more push down, and it will be an entry. We haven't broken that low yet, so there's no entry. Okay, guys, so just drawing out what this trade would probably look like for our 1-to-1, and we're looking at a very ominous number down here, 666 for our first TP, and that's if we get our entry, that is. So we're still waiting. We've got also another good sign is if this candle obviously respects this candle's high, which it is doing quite nicely, then it does show that buyers are struggling to push up any further. For example, this candle here. This candle didn't respect this candle's high, so obviously we pushed up. But then this one, we did push up, flip bearish, broke the candle low here, and then this would have been a nice entry if we were trading just the 5 minute gap. But we understand that there is a higher gap, which we have now filled. So let's see what happens. Of course, what also I am seeing here that could potentially be an issue is if price does break above this high here, that could also be a buy because this is an area of resistance. Resistance, which has then now become support. So we need price to break down and come below this area, ideally. So we could be looking at a no entry here, or we could be looking at an entry. We don't know. That's why we just got to be patient and see what the market decides to give us. Okay, we flipped bearish, and we're entered. That is an entry for us. I have just entered the trade, or then my screen record has just taken itself out. Oh, a nice push down there real quick. So we're on a 25 cents lot. 96.35. So let's see how this can behave. We have closed down below as well. That's nice. This is indeed our first TP. Now we're only about 50 cents in profit at the moment, which is not really ideal. We obviously want a little bit more than that. I'd say that we take our actual end TP down here. We have got liquidity down below these lows at a previous demand zone. This would have been a nice setup here while we're waiting for this to do something. We just run through this. So we've got strong buying pressure here from these two candles. Okay, price from this zone shot up. And then what we do is obviously do our usual. We go down, look for fair value gaps. We have one right there, which we've taken out, as you can see quite nicely. Is there any more? And there's one just there, look, which also got taken out. And then there's none below. So you can see price came out, took those two, like we've just done here. And hopefully we can keep price pushing down. And we'll see where we get to. Yeah, obviously that's the 5 minute. Right, so yeah, this would have been a really nice trade. Obviously I didn't manage to catch this morning, although wish I had, because that is beautiful. But anyway, let's see how price goes, and we'll come back when we got some more info. Okay, guys, so we did actually get stopped out there for the spread stopped us out only for £1.45. So we're not doing too badly there. We are pushing back down, but I'm probably not going to re-enter unless this candle flips bearish. It's looking too strong. I'm going to say that price is actually going to probably push up from here. So this is we're going to leave this. We're going to take that small loss and we're going to move on today. Okay, guys. After that loss on the NAS, we're just going to be looking at the Aussie dollar against Japanese yen here, as we potentially could get a buy. We've got a demand zone here, which is broken structure to the left. We do have an area of resistance here, which I feel that could get broken later on to come up and fill the rest of this traffic up to a higher demand zone, supply zone, sorry, up here. So basically, we're looking for our entry now. We've had our rules met, which if I actually haven't been putting these up very often, is find a supply and demand zone with fair value gap within. We found that. Look for a breaker structure. We got breaker structure over here. Wait for price to fill the gap in the zone. It's filled all the gaps in the zone, and then wait for a price to break a candle high or low. And we are pushing up quite nicely there for a potential. Come on. For a potential buy. We've just got that, and unfortunately, I don't have or Jappy ready. Are we going to miss this trade? No, we're not. Okay, we're going to enter this. We're going for a 25. We're in. Let's see how this goes. Where do we enter? 371 is technically where we're at. Stop loss below this big wick. Going for a 1-to-1, which is 7 pips up here. TP1, and then hopefully we could then maybe after that get a breakout of these highs. And let's have a look what we got to the left. We could potentially go up to fill the start of this gap up here for 27 pips. So that's the plan for this trade. Hopefully we can keep this going. We have pushed up quite nicely, got a rejection candle there. So let's see if we can get it. It would be nice if we do. We've had a bit of a dry streak recently. So let's have a look what's happening. I wish I took this trade that I took this morning on my private account on this account as well. This is on Euro CAD. It was a really nice breakout trade. We had support, and then support became support anymore. It became resistance. We actually entered on the break of this low, and then we had our stop loss above a recent candle high or the previous candle high, and it just melted down through this clean traffic. Fortunately I took that on my main account but not on the challenge account. So let's see. A little bit concerned about how big that hour 15-minute closure candle is, but we haven't closed anything too low yet. The 5-minute is looking quite like it wants to push up, and this is a strong area. So yeah, we'll come back when hopefully we've got a little bit more action. Okay, guys. So I've just been having a little scout around, and I've landed on CAD Swiss franc here, and I'm actually going to set a buy stop just here on this pair, like so. We're going to go for a first TP there, and second TP up around there somewhere. So basically we've got a breakout. Okay, we've retested. If this candle can break this candle's high, then we're going to get entered into the trade. We're going to do another 25 cents lot, which I'm going to just look at now. So we got CAD Schurf trade, buy stop, and it is 719. Stop loss is at 8641. Okay, so nothing will happen unless price does come above this high. Then we'll get entered into the trade if it crosses this line, and then we'll be targeting up to our 1-to-1 there, which is within some clean traffic, and hopefully we can come up to fill these gaps and push on up. Or Jappy is kind of having a little play. We did push into profit a little bit a second ago. and we have broken another candle high, which is always promising. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how this one plays out. Hopefully it plays out, but we won't know until it does. So yeah, be back soon. Okay guys, jumping in, and we have actually just got triggered into the CAD shift trade. We just pushed up above this high. I would have liked this candle to push above this high ideally, but that wasn't the case, and we're actually going to keep on pushing up. We have got a nice closure on the 30-minute, which I think is going to close up into this range. So the next candle could potentially have a little pullback and then hopefully push up, drive up towards our first TP. I have set an alert just below this wick here, and I might manage to trade there. But yeah, that's good. Or Jappy is nearly at first TP, in fact. It's pushing up. Not far off it now. Hopefully we can get a push up. We can see a nice rejection from the area again. So that is going too badly. I'm also just looking at gold here as well. Gold's got this really nice looking area just here. Okay, this was resistance, pretty harsh. We've pushed up into the zone. We've then got the next sort of area of interest would be this point here. So if we can break above here and close on the 15-minute ideally, as you can see there, we've got our tops there. If this candle can close here, then we're going to potentially look for a buy into this zone here and hopefully target up to this zone. So yeah, we've got a few things going on, so we're just sat here and we're just managing them as they come. And yeah, we'll be back when we've got a little bit more info on any of the trades. Okay, guys, so we've just tapped through TP1 on what's going on? Why won't you let me modify? There. Yeah, we just tapped through our first TP. What is happening? Right. Sorry, I'm getting all flustered here. There we go. So we've just closed 20%, or a little bit more than 80%, sorry, of our trade. We're going to bring our stop loss to break even on this one, and this one's just going to run for the rest of the day. Hopefully we can get up and break through these new highs here. And yeah, we're looking for price to continue up to the upside today. And if this is $3 or so, this is going to be at another $9 on top of what we've got, which I'm very happy with. So we've left 5 cents in there. I can see that CAD shift is also pushing up right now, which is ideal. So this is a good start to a kind of a bad day yesterday. We're pushing up. We're currently with what we've got running $45 or so in profit, which is fantastic, and hopefully we can push up a little bit more. I've got my first sort of interest point here, as if we go to the 15-minute, okay, the 15-minute is a little bit higher. Yeah, so the first interest point is at this wick point here, because we could see some resistance. Ideally, I'd like to see price just go to our first TP, and if you look at this actually, yeah, we're actually just going to wait until our first TP. Even on the 1 minute, there's next to nothing there. So we're just in a clear zone. So, yeah, happy with that. First TP on a Aussie dollar against the Japanese yen. That has worked nicely. We could see a reversal here, but that's why we have our first TP to get some profit and take it out. If we can get a break above here, may even look for another entry. Because if we do break above here, then there's no reason why price couldn't potentially come up to continue up, and we have got this nice big fair value gap up here, which is what is our sort of final target. So happy with that. We'll have to come back and see how CAD shift does a bit later on. Okay guys, and unfortunately our CAD shift trade got stopped out. It was looking quite nice as we had a nice push up, but it has come back down into this zone now. I have just gone a bit crazy on this one, is on Euro AUD. We had a 5-minute supply zone, which I found with a fair value gap within. Everything follows our rules. So we entered the market. We're at a 50 cents lot size here. So we're going to go for it. This could be quite a big loss, but at the end of the day, we can still lose $250 in a day and $500 in total. So if we can push down here, this is going to be a really nice makeup of our £11. So we could make up to sort of around $55 here if this goes right, and that would obviously actually take us into our overall profit of the series. So let's see. It's not looking the greatest right now. We are definitely struggling, but let's see if we can push down. We are making some moves at the moment. It is 130, so we're getting some volatility. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we can push down. We have just pushed down quite nicely, but price is going a little crazy. So let's see what happens. Yep, look at that. And price is going absolutely crazy on everything. We just got stopped out on Euro Ord. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was not ideal. So we're down to $971 there. Not the best. Can we get another entry on CAD now because price is pushing up? No, we're not going to try. We're not going to try. So yeah, not a great day. We have literally gone down again. So this is the reality of trading. Look at that. We got stopped out for break even on our Aussie Jappy trade as well, and then eventually we did push up to here. We just had some news come out, which actually doesn't say what that was there, which is making price go, making the charts go a little bit crazy. So we're just going to take a step back, let the price calm down after this clear news spike, and yeah, hopefully we can come back in and make up for this loss. Okay guys, so it turns out that news spiked us out. We technically, if we had our stop loss above this high, we'd still be in this trade. So I have entered again as we've pushed down into the entry mark once again, and we have broken another low. So we're in for the same lot size. Stop loss is above the zone now, or above the recent candle high. And yeah, we're just going to see how this plays out. Again, not the greatest start. We are down a little bit. We're not out of the race yet. If we do get this, we're actually going to take a full TP down here at TP1, I reckon, or maybe take, like, you know, quite a large, a little bit more than 80% out. So we've locked in the profit, and then we can move forward. And yeah, I mean, everything played to our rules here. You know, we got our zone, we got our fair value gap, we filled the fair value gap, the zone broke structure. It's just that we had that news come out, and that did spike us up. And in hindsight, I should have had my stop loss above the zone, but I didn't, so that's my fault. But let's see. Hopefully we can flip bearish, make a new low here, and if we can push on down, this is going to be a nice 16, nearly 17 pips, which will hopefully bring us back to our actual highest profit area so far. So let's see. We'll be back. Okay guys, so we pushed down a little bit. We had a little bit of pressure there for a while. We were sort of up and down, up and down. We've pushed down, we've made new lows. We have filled this gap. We haven't broken structure on this area, so we are still in a downtrend. And I'm hoping that price can hold down here, potentially push down and get down to our final TP. This is about $25, so it'll be about a $50 increase if we can get down here, which actually will be exactly what we need, and that will bring us back up to probably today's starting balance or a little bit less. So let's see how it goes. I've got to go out in a minute. In fact, I've got to go out in about 10 minutes. So it might be that this trade I manage while I'm out, and I'll obviously record when I get back in. So let's see how it goes. Okay guys, I actually changed my my plan, and at that wick fill I've taken 45% profit, so we're actually back up above the $5,000 after a rough day. We're still down $23 today, and down $60 from our total from our original highest point. That's okay. You know, we are just trading up and down, up and down. Obviously, we want more up than down. I've brought our stop loss to break even now, and we're just going to let the rest run. I'm going to bring just going to look to the left here. I'm going to set the final TP just below the wick fill of this 4-hour candle, which is a 27 pip wick fill. Okay, and that is down at 2755. We'll go. Oh no, that's not what we want. 2755, and stop loss is at 3021, which is break even. Yeah, not ideal. Annoyingly, really annoyingly, I should have had my stop loss above the zone here. I'm not sure why I didn't in this situation. I saw this candle being so strong, I thought that probably we wouldn't get back up. And to be honest, if we didn't have that news come out, which I wasn't aware of and I should have been, we probably would have been absolutely fine, and price would have continued down. And our original entry was here, so we would have already hit our first TP by now, and we would have actually been way up. So that's how it goes. So we've managed to make some back, and we've locked that in. So we're not going to go any lower now than $5,006.30 on this trade, or at least we shouldn't do, because we're at break even. Hopefully we can push down. The reason why I took this is because we've had a wick fill now, and look, there's only a little bit of a gap before we were to manage to trade anyway. So sometimes you just got to take the bag. So let's see. I will come back later on. I'm going out now, so I'm going to let this run to either break even or down to our second TP. And yeah, we just move on from here. Not the best day, but this, as I say, this is a long run, and we're going to keep on moving. So I'll see you in the next bit. Alright guys, so while I was out, I actually found a little setup. Unfortunately, it didn't play out, and we did lose just a little bit. But we had this setup here, where we were breaking out of this sort of resistance and support zone. We broke out, retested, and we entered on the break of this candle low. We actually came all the way down to this point. Unfortunately, I was unable to manage the trade as I was driving at the time. Didn't realize. And then when I came back, it had pulled back into this area here, which was a supply zone. As you can see, we've found a fair value gap within there. So I entered a second position. This position was now at break even, so it was risk-free. So we're only risking on this position, and I had a stop loss at the break-even point. But unfortunately, prices pushed up and took us out for a loss of $5 up there. This position was risk-free. That's a shame, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So I thought I might be able to make up a little bit more while I was away, but turns out not so much. So I'm going to leave this this video here. We are back to basically starting point. We're back at $5,004.28. So part 5 will be starting again, basically. But that's just how it goes sometimes with trading. It goes up, it goes down. You win, you lose, and this is quite a difficult thing. I'm trying to film this completely transparently. A lot of people on YouTube, they'll just film what's good, or maybe not even film their journey. They'll just be like, oh, this is how I passed phase 1, and not actually film it live and show you the results of how they actually got there through the real nitty and gritty of what trading is. So hope you're enjoying the series. Really want to get this thing passed. It's only the smallest evaluation, but for YouTube's sake, I thought I'd go for it, make a series out of it, and yeah, I'm having fun. I hope you're enjoying it, and I'm going to leave it there. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.